to the barge. Hey, the barge. Shout out to y'all. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929. Coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. All the horses are beautiful, the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy bar mitzvah, happy quinceañera, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice, okay? Yeah. Okay. Y'all, I actually had a doctor's appointment this morning to deal with my knees. You know, I get shots I have just started getting shots in my knees that I love. Okay. Cause it had me around here doing what I do. And this is a reminder because I got also a doctor's appointment later. Because I do have they think plantar fasciitis, I think that's what it's called. And everything. That's when the bands of your feet get real tight, because the muscles in your legs is real tight, and everything. So, no, won't be able to keep that one. Okay, I gotta call and make another appointment for that one. Anyway, smooches, moving on. Okay, so, yeah, let's get into it. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Today is July the 24th. Welcome all birthday people in the month of July. Yesterday was my oldest son's. He turned 29. The man is getting old. I can't call him a little boy no more because he's getting old. He's got one more year and he'll be the big 3-0. So I asked him yesterday, so what you doing for your birthday? He said, going to work. That's how you know when you that's how you know when you grown, you like working. Yeah, you don't miss that money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, enjoy. Happy birthday, birthday boy. So yeah. In that order. So we moving on. Yeah, it has been so much stuff that has been going on. Yesterday I actually was able to go to church and hear one of the preachers that I love because he just brings the word, man. He beats you up and then soothes you down. I love that type of preacher that'll tear you up, make you look at your life, your friends, your money, your house, your everything, your ever minds, make you look at all of that. And then to turn around and go, God still love you. He's still, he's still in the blessing business. And when I tell you that man walked that word yesterday, he walked that word. I was so like wrapped up in the word because sometimes y'all you just need a word, right? You just need that word. What's up, Jay? And I was so wrapped up in that. Honey, who? I was standing right there in front of the altar listening to him preach. I wasn't the only one. Shoot, Bishop was too. A whole lot of people started coming up behind me. I'm like, you better preach that word. Come on. So yeah, we got out of church about 9:30 last night. About 9:30, 9:40. And I got home like around 10 o'clock, 9:59, something like that. And everything, and I got church tonight. So like I said, I also got to go and see about this feet issue. I'm not a diabetic, so that's a blessing. But to see about my feet issue, and they're going to do an X-ray, especially on my right foot, because I always feel like when I step down, it feels like something's up under my skin. And then it goes away, but it always feel like when I step down, something's up under my skin on my foot, So I want to make sure I don't have no spurs and all that, because my mother used to have spurs, and she had to have them surgically removed and then wear this shoe for a while and all this and stuff. We ain't trying to do all that. We're not trying to do that, people. Okay. Anywho, thank you all who have you check out my community board, and y'all checked out. I'm gonna hit on this real quick and I'm gonna move. Y'all checked out a white only city, a town, a community, or something like that. I posted and everything in Ohio. And I said, that's what you all voted for. Okay. And some people didn't get the correlation between who they voted for and that. If you don't get the correlation between who you voted for, okay, I'm talking about the orange guy, you don't get the correlation between what he's doing and who you voted for, I can't help you. Some of you black people, y'all gonna get your ninja wake up call real soon. Because y'all support the orange guy, and whatever white people do is right. And this is not to our my white people that support me know what I'm talking about. So we ain't even got to give this disclaimer, okay? But you support whatever these people do, and it's right. Right, willfully ignorance, right. And I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. Because no matter what I say, Mr. Smith's ice is colder. You know what I'm saying? Her Mr. Johnson, black man, store right across the street from Mr. Smith, white man. They both got the same ice, but Mr. Smith's ice is always colder. So black people like you, I can't help. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, your opinion is your opinion, and everybody's entitled to one because opinions are like booty holes. Everybody got one. Okay, so I refuse to waste my good earned breath, my good black breath, my good godly breath to try to convince you that the way you think it is so subpar is ridiculous. But you're entitled to how you think. Unfortunately, when I sit here and let me just tell y'all, okay, my mama is Caribbean. I keep wanting to call her Irish. She corrected me on that. My mom is Caribbean and black. Okay. My daddy has two full Indians in him, and he's black. So I'm mixed up. Okay. That's why I tell y'all I'm mixed up. All right. Now my great grandfather, okay, on my daddy's side, I showed y'all a picture of him, was a white French man. His parents was German. One of them really was German, and the other one was French. But they was white. That's why his last name is Gusta. Okay? Gusta. That's German, boo. Could be Russian, but I was told it was German. It's in our book as being German. Okay? So when I tell y'all I'm mixed up, I'm mixed up. But I claim what? B1 first. What is B1? Black. Because why? I'm smart enough to understand and know that every nationality comes from what? Black people. So no matter what you are, no matter how yellow your skin is, how pale your skin is, how dark your skin is, we all come from a black person. I don't neglect that. I stand in that proudly. Some of y'all want to be anything but black. It's ridiculous, actually. I have a problem when I hear a lot of black people get with other people and downgrade and talk about your own people. See, I can talk about my people with my people because it's our people, but I never get with another nationality and talk down on me because it's my people, my skin color. That's crazy. I don't care how much money you make or that you got. I don't care how successful you are. You still black at the end of the day. And they still, when they see you, those racist people, you still a ninja. No matter how much money you make, you still a ninja. Y'all bother me with that. Y'all bother me with that. Everybody didn't have a privileged spoon. Everybody didn't have a gold spoon or a silver spoon sticking out their mouth. Some people was in the gutter. And I have more respect for those that look like me, that started off in the gutter, that has made something out of themselves, but has not forgotten where they came from. Those of you bourgeois Negroes, I have no use for you. None. Now, it's misfortune and unfortunate when you have to move for a better life out of your neighborhood that you love and grew up in. It is unfortunate, but life happens. And just because I remove my physical from a physical spot doesn't mean I forget who I am. You can be black and proud in the midst of a white neighborhood. Ask me how I know. You can walk with your head up on who you are and whose you are in the midst of other nationalities. Ask me how I know. I just don't get some of y'all. I'll never be with you. Turn down my color. I just will not. That's where I draw the line. You can have your opinion. Like I said, opinions are like booty holes. Everybody got one. Now, do I think that there are some gatekeepers? Absolutely. Let me get my coffee. Hold on. This is my second cup, by the way, so I'm on one. Pray for me. And this cup got some do it to you fluid in it, not alcohol. But I'm talking about double coffee in it. So yeah. And it's strong. It's gonna grow hair on my chest. Good grief, I reckon. Lord, today I need some sugar in here. I'm trying to be politically correct and just put a pack of Splenda in here, and I need some sugar because this right here, it make my voice change. I'll start talking like Barry White. Good grief, I reckon. Hold on. Child today. Okay, well that second sip said something. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good. Do I think there's gatekeepers? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know why? The way that the secret society was set up was to get some of us and pay us and tell them we'll protect you in your household, but this is what you got to do for us. So to me, a lot of preachers, a lot of well-known preachers are gatekeepers. If you ask me, what's his name? The one that need to eat some chicken. He done lost all that weight. He's supposed to be a black activist. Al Sharpton. To me, he's a gatekeeper. To me, Jesse Jackson was a gatekeeper. And I feel some type of way the more I study about Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King's relationship. I feel some type of way because do I feel like this is, my opinion, allegedly, do I feel like Jesse Jackson has something with the demise of Martin Luther King? Absolutely. Just like I feel the dog, him, has something to do with Tupac. I feel like he knew what was going to happen, and not one time did he warn them. Y'all have to really do some studying. Don't just believe what you see on TV. Go and look at some stuff and read up on some stuff. Read what is not said. Read about, how Tupac was acting and all of this and stuff. Not Tupac. Snoop Dogg was acting and all this and stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I always tell y'all to be careful of your surroundings because when people can't get to you, they'll go through the weakest link. Okay. They'll go through the weakest link to get to you. And some of y'all have held on to relationships too long. Some people are meant for a season, and then some people come in your life for a reason. You cannot keep season people as reason people. Okay? You can't. And some of y'all have made that mistake, even when it comes to family members. Some of y'all made that mistake to keep different family members around you all that you should have shook a long time ago. You need to only see them in family reunions and stuff like that. Hey, how you? But all those extra phone calls, text messages, we're going out to eat, they coming over, because our skin folk ain't kinfolk. Feel that? I don't care. Sometimes it can be your very own children. Okay, I'm gonna let that marinate. Moving on, moving forward. Let's pull it up. Let's go. Let's get into our stuff for today. But yes, we do have AKA secret societies. Um, Also, y'all know I was an AKA briefly before they took it out of my school and we lost it. So I still love AKAs. And however, when you learn better, you do better. And so, do I feel like uh, the secret society for the sororities and fraternities and things like that um, is getting you to worship a different God. Yeah, yeah. And I know people ain't gonna like me for that, but yeah. Anyway, let's go right here real quick. We're gonna go and talk about what's his name, Terrence Hunter. Have y'all heard the newest about Terrence Hunter? Y'all haven't? Okay, you get ready to now. Now here's the thing. Okay, thank you for those of y'all that's up in the cloud. Smooches to y'all. And I found that a lot of y'all watch me and I didn't know you just don't drop down. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Um, okay, y'all. So check this out. Terrence Hunter, you know, he was up under Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders advised him, first of all, not to marry that girl. Second of all, if you just gotta marry her, get a prenup. Okay. Uh, AKA, he did not. So this is the latest update. Okay, this is the latest update. I want to share this with you guys. And did y'all hear the board song? Oh my gosh. One of my friends sent that to me like this was a song that when he thought he was in love as a kid that he sent to the girl. And I started laughing because the Q dog that proposed to me when I was 8, he sent this to me when we was 13. I told y'all he proposed to me at 8, 13, and 16. Okay. 3 times. So, you know, he sent that song to me. And so I sent it to him. I said, do you remember sending this song to me? And I didn't know he got it. And he responded back. He said, oh my God, you are bringing up all these memories. He said, oh man, yes. He said, wow. He just couldn't believe. He said, man, I'm sitting here. You just don't know what you just did to me. You know? Because that's what he said. He sent it to me on the radio. They said it was W, what was it, WLOU. He said yes, yes, Mike wants Coco to know that this is how he feels about her. So come on, it's a debarge. Like you know, time is love or time is real, whatever. And it starts saying, what can I do? I was like, my friends was calling me on the phone saying, did you hear that? Mike sent a song out. Y'all remember you could do that when we was younger. So Mike sent dedicated a song to you. I said, shut up, I'm listening to it. My phone kept beeping in, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to it because it was too funny. And then after that, my phone rung again, and I said hello. And he said, did you get my song? I said, yep. He said, all right. He said, I'm on my way down to your house. I said, okay. So it was too funny, y'all. And I was looking out my back door and I seen him walking up to, you know, my house and everything. And I came out the house and stuff. And we just was hugging each other and holding each other, you know, and everything. This was at 13, y'all. 13. Shh, don't tell my mama. So, you know, because my mom was working. She was gone and all that. So, yeah, you know. And he said, I keep telling you I love you. I'm going to marry you. I'm going to marry you. I'm like, okay. Now, he was older than me. He was always 2 years older than me. So I was 13, he was 15. Okay. So yeah, so I just thought I'd play that song because it was on my mind. I'm like, let me play that song. What's up, Smooth? Hey, boo. At the trap work. Okay, baby. Thank you. Thank you. And have a good work day, love. Thank you so much. But yeah, y'all, that song, it just did something to me. I'm like, what the what? You know. So yes, yeah. I'm an old school lover. You'll always get old school over here from me. Very seldom when you get any new school because I just don't do them people like that. Okay, I just don't do them people like that. But you know, I do get. But anyway, let's play this real quick. Okay, let's listen.
Breaking news. Travis Hunter, wife, is already seemingly plotting a divorce. They literally just got married a month ago. They ain't even went on a honeymoon yet. And she already online filming herself crying. And in the caption, while she was crying, she wrote, she wished she could take herself back to the December version of herself.
Y'all, to me, this woman should have never married him. He should have never married her. To me, it's like, have y'all seen Get Out? He reminds me of the guy from Get Out. It's like no matter what, he's gonna tap dance and yeah, yeah. It's just look at these pictures and look at him. It's like he feels honored that a woman that looks like her could pick somebody like him. So, and no matter how bad she treats him or how distant she is from him, he's just happy that she picked him. That's weird. Okay, that's a self-esteem issue. That's something you need to heal before you even think about getting into a serious relationship. You know, people used to ask me, it was this dude that I liked, right? And he liked me. We dated for a while. It's the CEO. Let me go ahead and tell you, it's the CEO. Okay, and compared to me and him, I should have never even looked that way. When people look at, even he said that when people, see us, it's like how you pick, how you agree to date him and almost marry him and all this and stuff, because people look on the outside. They look at him, they look at me, and they like, girl, you could have went on and found somebody, blah blah blah. I'm one. I look how you treat me. I look at the heart of the matter. I look at how you make me feel. I don't just look at the face. I ain't gonna say I don't look at it, but if your inner man is beautiful, more beautiful than your outer man, or your inner man treats me well, makes me feel like the queen I am, and all this and stuff like that, then I don't care how your outer man looks. It's how you treat me. And where a lot of women look at the face first, oh, he's ugly. A lot of y'all don't miss your husbands. Let me just tell y'all, a lot of y'all don't miss good men, and you don't miss your husbands because you're too busy looking at how they look on the outside and not taking consideration on their heart and their character. Okay, so it just is what it is. I wanted to say that. Anyway, let's continue.
As in before she was married. And something about that post just don't seem right. Cause the craziest part is the season ain't even started yet, and she already pre-gaming a divorce. How you only been married?
And what bothers me about this is the fact that he's given her everything she's asked for. She wanted a lavish wedding, he gave it to her. She wanted, I think some type of house, he bought it for her. Everything that she's asked, he's done without a prenup. Okay.
Married for a month. Ain't even been a month, and you already want out. All the crying she doing on the social media is called divorce pregame workout. And I definitely don't feel sorry for his big smiling, dancing, 50 Cent gorilla face head ass. Cause we all tried to warn him and he shot.
We all tried to warn him and he shot everybody down, especially the man that you call your father, which we know he's not really kin to Dion, but Dion got a lot of knowledge. He know how this game is set up. The man is worth a lot of money. Okay. He builds kings. Let's get that straight. And you didn't listen to him.
Right up in there, deflecting every goddamn pain. Nah, that ain't her. Nah, stop talking about my woman. I'ma block you. Do how he did all that defending, and now he gonna be defending his assets because he about to lose half to a woman with a money sign on her goddamn ring finger.
We need to, yeah. Did y'all see that? She has a money sign on her ring finger. That should tell you enough. We need to pray for his mind, because if she goes ahead and file for a divorce, she's basically gonna get half for doing nothing. Seriously, she's gonna get half. He's gonna kill himself. I'm gonna let that sit right there. I always say marry, women marry up, men marry now. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Women marry up, men marry now. Like what looks good now, what you can do now. That's what men marry. Women say, okay, he's got potential. It means in the future he's going, and then 10 years from now here, and then 3 months from now here. We marry up, men marry now. So we're always thinking business. That's what I'm trying to tell you, men. No matter how sweet and how let you are, real women, we marry business. We are business women. We I know some of y'all don't believe that, but if you listen to me, I hope you. We marry business wise. We're always thinking about our future. We're always thinking ahead. That's why they said women are more advanced than men. They always thinking ahead. We are always thinking ahead. Always. Don't get it twisted. Yes, we love you. We thinking ahead, boo. We thinking about our future. Don't get it twisted. Hey, Ham. How are you, love? I've been thinking about you. How are you? So yeah, women always thinking what's ahead. And if we can't see a future, we I'm talking women, not little girls that's grown. Okay. Here's the difference. There's a lot of little girls that is grown like above 21 and over, but in the mind and how they take care of business, they're little girls. Okay. They think like a teenager, they think like a kid, they don't think like an adult. A woman, that's what I'm talking about. A woman, she thinks further where we can be. If I marry you, if I get with you, can we form a partnership and can we do this and this? Where will we be 10 years from now? Are you a man that knows your weaknesses and will work on them and trust me enough to know if that I got your back? You understand? I mean, that's how us women, that's how we think. Let me tell you, I told y'all once before, and we get into our other story. I told y'all before, my late husband, when he wanted to date me and we was just talking, one day I had cooked and my cousin and his little brother, they were dating and they were in the house arguing. So everybody was outside, they lived in their house. So I was like, they still arguing? And he was like, yeah. He said, I'm tired and I'm hungry, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I came down here to see if you wanted something to eat. I said, my kids already ate. I said, and I got something left over. I was trying to see if you want. He's like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, just to let you know, he's, I don't care what you cook. I'm just hungry. I said, yeah. He said, but what did you cook? I said, fried pork chops. He said, so. He said, that's my favorite meal. And I didn't know it. I said, okay, I cook fried pork chops, macaroni and cheese, and greens or green beans, one or two, I forgot. And he was like, yeah. So at the same time, a dude they called their nephew was sitting on porch. He's like, hey, Coco, you ain't gonna feed me? And so at the time, my husband, he was my husband, and he turned around and said, dang, man, can I have something to myself? Because he didn't, yeah, he wanted me all to himself, okay? So anyway, him got to order, and I said, check this out. I got enough for both of y'all. He's like, shh. I said, so come on, like that. So they came down and ate and all that. So he happened to look up on my refrigerator. My refrigerator is where I kept my to do things that, I wanted to do in my life. And I was already on my second page. I had a notebook. I had two notebook pages up there, right? And it's like 25 lines on each side. So I was on the second page, not the back page, the second page of what I'm going to do in my life, right? And he got to reading it. So he told his brother after he came down looking for him. And I was doing something, but I could hear him. And he said, man, I got to get my act together. He said, well, he said, man, look at this. He said, she done finished this page. She on her second page, not the back side, her second page. He said, man, I got to get it together. He said, if I want to get with her. And his brother said, I told you she ain't nothing to play with. Just like that. So that's why I tell you women, you all think it's sex, and it may be good for a little boy that thinks with his penis, but most real men want to know that you got something above your shoulders, like up in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like my late husband, when he was out of a job, you see what I'm saying? Y'all don't like his type of teacher. When my late husband was out of a job, and I told him I got us for at least 2 months, he was like, "Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it." He's like, I feel you, but I don't like it. Who? I'm gonna say within 3 weeks, my husband was pushing a clock, a real clock, not no temporary one, a real clock. Do you hear me? He's like, oh no. Now my wife, you'll never carry this family. He said, we ain't doing that. So yeah. But he knew he had a wife who was about her business. I'm gonna pay bills first. Do y'all hear that? My husband would never go and take a shower and there be no soap. I know clean wash rags. I know clean towels. He would never work as hard as he did for us, and I not feed him. Yes, he could cook and he would cook. But this man pulling 15 hours, sometimes 18, seriously, and that's no lie. And I'm going to lay up on my butt, be on the internet all day, kicking it, spending money that we ain't got just to impress people who can't stand me. And he got to come home and clean and cook. And you a lie. And y'all can say that's some henpeck stuff all you want to. You can say, girl, you that type of woman that we ain't trying to be no more. I'll take all that. I'll take all that. I sure will. I sure will. It's one thing he didn't never have to wonder is where home was. And I ain't never have to wonder if he was coming home. Check that out. I ain't never have to wonder if he was gonna stop off at another woman's house before he got home. I ain't never have to wonder if he was doing it to a woman at his job. That's never been across my mind ever. Cause one, we was good friends. We was each other's, believe it or not, best friend. And then everything else fell in line. This man could tell me stuff he couldn't tell his homies. That they were like brothers. He couldn't tell them, but he would tell me because he trusted me. Some of y'all are Delilahs. And if you don't know about that Bible story, go look it up. Anyway, let's go. What's up, Kimberly Black Boo? Yes. Yeah, honey. Some of y'all are Delilahs. And he's a Samson. And Samson was so hell-bent on having a woman of his own, having a wife of his own, that he avoided the signs of the woman being not trustworthy. And he laid his head in her lap and told her his deepest, darkest secrets that cost him his life. Man, me and you can learn a lot from this story. You better go read the story of Samson. That's all I'm gonna say. I keep telling y'all, the Bible is very interesting. I know y'all don't like reading the Bible except on Sundays or Wednesdays or when things go bad, then you pick up the Bible and all that stuff. But Teresa, I'm telling you, some of the best stories come from the Bible. Absolutely. Absolutely. People were shocked last night when the man of God was preaching and he was preaching from Samuel and everything. And now certain things I was saying before he said it. People were shocked because a lot of people don't know the Bible. Do I know everything? No. But I am an advocate study of the word. Not just read. I study the word. Okay? I also got a degree in Biblecologies. Hold on, that's my phone, y'all. Let me see who this is real quick. It's nothing worse than you tell people that, okay, I'm in the middle of something, I can't talk right now. Can you give me a call back? And they say yes, and then they go on and say what they want to say. It makes me be rude. It makes me go click because I've actually asked you who you are. You told me, and I said, okay, thank you so much. Is there any way you can give me a call back a little later? I am actually in the middle of something. Yes, I can. And then they continue with their conversation. It makes me just go click. I don't say bye. I don't say, ma'am, I explained you. I don't go none of that because I've already explained it. I'm not going to repeat myself. Goodbye. Click. I don't even give you a goodbye. I just go click. So then they called me back, and I'm like, okay, well, if you listen to the call, I actually told you all to call me back, and I explained why, and you kept talking. So now that I'm available, how may I help you? Yeah, I'm one of them. What's up, you Tanya Boo? I'm one of them, y'all. I am. And then y'all, who the pause of the men has really shown up in my life. The pause of the men, my God, today. Okay. All right. And it's funny because my mama's still going through the powers of the men. And I don't know why she's still going through it. Good grief, I reckon. I hope I don't go through it when I become her age. I need to get this over with because the powers of the men ain't no joke. Okay. You go from being extremely cold to extremely hot to extremely cold to extremely hot. And it be cold outside and you be burning up and you go outside with no coat on because it feels good. It could be extremely hot outside, but you're freezing. So you go outside and stand in the hot and people look at you like you're crazy. I mean, the men are opposed. Okay. Whoo, child. Anyway, moving forward, let's move. But like I said, people were shocked, because they was like, wow, how she know that scripture? I read the Bible, duh. I study the word, duh. That's how I know it. And the man of God was so, he liked the fact that somebody knew where he was coming from and what the story was about. And he actually came from First Samuel yesterday. So it was all that. But anyway, I got church tonight too. So that's why I'm doing this live early. I got a doctor's appointment not too far from now. And yeah, so my day is busy yet again. Tomorrow is the last. No, we got it tomorrow. It's our convocation. So we got it tomorrow. Then we got it Sunday. We got a picnic Saturday that I don't think I'm going to because I don't trust everybody's food, y'all. I just don't trust everybody's food. I'm sorry. Okay, my next thing is Carlos Santana. Let's read Carlos Santana. Okay. All right. This is for all my non-believers. Let's go.
For me, the fascination with music between the gypsies and African music is very delicious, because it was funny. I was sharing this with Miles Davis. We're in the room and we were talking about this music and he goes, Spanish. And I said, well, man, it's Spanish because the Moors, they conquered Spain, from Africa, Northern Africa. They crossed and then they went to Spain. And that's how you got the Spanish, the phrasing. Yes. For me, the fascination with music between the gypsies and African music.
Did y'all hear that? For all my Spanish people, I know you want to think that you created the world, the earth, everything. You created everything. You didn't. And we keep trying to tell you, you didn't. But, okay, we're going to let you be great. However, one of your own that you all look up to and you honor and yes, sissy, and all that stuff. Let's go.
It's very delicious, because it was funny. I was sharing this with Miles Davis. We're in the room and we were talking about this music and he goes, Spanish. And I said, well, man, it's Spanish because the Moors, they conquered Spain, from Africa, Northern Africa. They crossed and then they went to Spain. And that's how you got the Spanish, the phrasing. Yes. For me.
How is it when people get to talking about Black history, they never talk about the Moors? Y'all need to ask yourself that. Okay? You need to ask yourself that. You need to ask, how did Europeans come into power? How is it that the Moors lost power and Europeans came into power? I know the history and I know the story. But that's something you need to ask yourself. Then you will understand now. You'll understand why things is trying to rehab now, why things is trying to go now, why they want things to go back into segregation now. And for you Black people, I keep saying that think segregation is a good thing. Something wrong with y'all. You know why? If we were on equal field, if we had equal buying power, if we had equal financial power, if we had equal lawmaking power, if what we thought, said, and done was equal to everyone else, okay, if you want a segregation, that's fine. Do it. Have at it. Come on, Nat. I can't stand them Nats. But as long as we are behind the 8 ball, we what we say we don't make no difference. We don't have buying power. We don't have law power. We don't have none of that. Okay? Has segregation, okay. I'm asking for a friend. Right. Come on, JB. You know what? My brother's smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb. For y'all to really, really, really say it's okay to have a white town or white whatever, or all white that, and not want Black people in it, and not want Mexicans in it, Latinos, whoever. You just want all of that. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. How we ended up with a Lake Lanier, how we ended up with that, our tussle town, is because at the time, after slavery and during segregation, they didn't want to deal with us. We couldn't get no rights. So we had to go off and start our own. It wasn't like that's what we had in mind, because all we wanted to be was left alone. If we could migrate with people and just live our life, that's what we would have done. We didn't want to be separate for real, because separate and equal don't it doesn't equal. Separate but equal is no, it never works out. Not for us. Look at the history. Back then in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm gonna take that, so because everybody's familiar just about with that. What happened with that was when we was a thriving society and we did have our own and all of this and stuff, the others felt like we was uppity and that they couldn't do whatever because we were thriving, man, in our own business. That's why I tell y'all, drink your water, man, your business, okay? That's what I need you to do when it comes to me. Drink your water, man, your business. Anywho, because those things are important when you drink your water and manage your business, okay? So I'm just saying, back then, and so what did they do? Tear it up, drop the bomb on us. You dropped the bomb on me. You know that's what that song was about, right? Central Park, thank you. That was for blacks. We had that. That was our city. They took our city and made a park. So you black, I'm trying, I am a very Jesus loving woman, and I try my best to guard my mouth. So pray for me, because at times I want my old flesh to kick in where I can really say some stuff. And I won't apologize for it because I mean it. So I try. A lot of times when I get quiet, it's because I'm, killing the flesh and trying to stay in this new person. But some of y'all make my hemorrhoids that I don't have hurt. Okay. Some of y'all make my gutter butt hurt. Because again, your mindset is anything that's non-black is better than your own skin. I have a problem with that. If you so great, okay, thank you. Let me get my coffee. Hold on. Let me sip some coffee. Thank you, God. I know you gave that to me. Hold on. If you so great, and I ain't talking about y'all in the chat, I'm talking about the other ones that think, black people ain't nothing and they black. Okay, I'm talking to them, okay? If you so great and your stuff don't stink and everything you do is board par, why ain't you changing your area? Why aren't you changing your area? Why come you haven't been the God of our gods and everybody around you doing better? Why come you haven't implemented a plan to make us like the people you idol? I bet you want to be. Because if you got all the answers and everybody stinks but you, and all black people ain't nothing but you, you the cream of the crop, then that means you got the answer for what ails us, right? You got the answer. So why not implement it? Why not come up with plans, introduce it to your area, introduce it to your councilman, start making moves to make us all like you. I'm just saying. What's up, Catherine Boo? I'm just saying, because some of y'all, you think all black people but you is the cream of the crop. That your stuff don't stink, and you don't want to sit beside us, and you us, but you don't want to sit beside us. You don't want to eat with us. And I can understand some places you don't go because people don't know how to act. That's different. I'm talking about your mindset. You feel like you the king of all blacks. that everybody is beneath you. And if you feel like the queen of all blacks, and if you feel like that, that means you got the answer to what ills us. So therefore, sir, ma'am, you need to change the environment. You'll do better than Martin Luther King. Go on. You'll do better than Malcolm X. You'll do better than what's his name? Uh shoot. And let me tell you, you do know, I forgot his name that quick. He was on the tip of my tongue because I was on the road. But they ate him. You do know that in history, they would cut our skin off and wear our skin as a coat, wear our skin as a shirt, wear our skin as moccasins, our shoes. You do know that in these uh history museums and stuff, they actually got black people's skin from slavery on display. Okay, let me sip my coffee. So, IJS. Y'all do know that, right? Some of y'all didn't know that. What is his name? He was doing slavery time. When they caught him, they not only killed him, they took his skin and they ate him. What is his name? Yeah, I had that. That's what I was going to show y'all today. I actually had that. And you know how Facebook does. When somebody sends you something and you try to save it, Facebook does this thing. And anything that does not set right with them, especially if it's against them, they try to erase it so you can't bring it up. You know what I'm saying? And everything. So let me see. Let me go here. Hold on. Okay, let me show y'all this. That's one thing I would give my old mod credit for. 300. You know, because he used to always say, you know, come on, stop. He used to always say it's the mentality that Mr. Johnson's water is colder than Mr. Smith's, or vice versa. He said, you know, that's some of our problem. We always think that somebody's that don't look like us got the best water, you know. Same spot, across the street from each other, same ice, same water. But because Mr. Smith is anything but black, his ice is colder, you know. So I will give him that because he always stressed that. Me and him used to have we used to always have some philosophical conversations, you know, and everything. That's sometimes what I miss. You know, I almost said something. I caught myself. Never mind. I'm going to stop that story. Because I be done told y'all something. I told y'all, drink your water, man, your business. Okay? Stop trying to get into my business. Drink your water, man, your business. All right? All right. Here we go, right here, y'all. Remember, I prophesied to you all last year about a resurgence of other diseases this year. I said, not only are we going to have COVID-19, it's going to stay around like the flu. It's just going to migrate. It's going to become a different version every year. I said, you still got the flu, but I said it's going to be a couple more. Okay, I said, but it's going to be one that's going to wreak havoc. I said, did y'all know whatever happened to monkeypox? Person dies from brain-eating amoeba in South Carolina, officials say. Okay, hold on. I didn't know it had already started. That's like one of your beats. So just in case y'all, if you live in South Carolina, and not only South Carolina, because people travel, you may want to gorge yourself against the measles vaccination. I mean the measles vaccination, the measles disease, y'all, because it is out here now again, and it's high. Like people who's catching it is, way up there. So you really want to make sure that you protect yourself against that. One of the herbs I'm going to tell you all to get, okay, and again, I'm going to do a whole breakdown on this. But one of the herbs I want to tell you guys to get is oregano oil. Okay, oregano oil. You can get it in the capsule as well. You do want oregano oil. You want a high grade. One more time to stop. Yeah, I got 15 more minutes and then we out of here. But yeah, oregano oil is one of the highest grades oil that kills diseases, infections, and things of that nature. So you really want to get oregano oil. Oregano oil, okay. One of the other things I want you to get is neem, and I'm gonna tell y'all about neem probably tomorrow. But you do want to get neem, okay? Even if you get it in a powder or pill form, get you some neem. It's spelled NEEM, neem, okay? NEEM. You want both of those. Oregano oil, 75%, 70% or higher. I get mine 75%, and I get it in pill form. But you want to get that in or higher, okay? And you also want to get neem. Those are two things that you really gonna have to have. All right. If everything goes the way that I say it's gonna go, and now other people are beginning to say, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. All right. And even if it doesn't, if you get an infection and you don't want to go, oh, collided silver. Also get you some collided silver, okay? Get you that. You can actually put collided silver in your mouth, in your eyes, all of that, okay? If you got pink eye, collided silver, get that, okay? Especially the spray. Hey, laddie. Hey, boo. Thank you for dropping down. Get that, honey. And trust me, it worked on when I had a pink eye infection. Pink eye got in both of my eyes, and I was spraying it, poop, 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 3 times a day, poop, poop. When I woke up before I went to bed and during the day, baby, within 3 days, it was gone with no side effects. Okay, with no side effects. Let me see what you said. Isn't that why they want us to only use distilled water in the settings pot? Because other water can have organisms that travel through the nose. Yes. And I always get spring water. Yeah. Distilled water is good, but if you can try to get spring water, but if not, distilled water is great. Okay. It really is. So yeah, you own it, boo. You are absolutely right. Yeah. And actually, if you get some clear alcohol, 100% clear alcohol, like clear grain, I can teach you all how to make tinctures of your own instead of buying them. Because actually, if you make it with alcohol, the alcohol burns off, y'all. So don't think you're gonna get drunk or nothing like that. But I can do a live one day and I can teach you all, give you the instructions on how to, and that's what I'm saving for my members only. Members only will be up this week, y'all. Okay. My members only is actually $1.70. That's it. $1.70. That's it. It may even be $1.50. Okay, because I don't. Times are hard, and what the information I got is very important. And I'm not gonna bust people's head with that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy for people to be still doing $9.99, $10, and all of that. And then people got daggone memberships and don't give memberships nothing. They don't give the members nothing. It's weird to me. And some of y'all still subscribe to these people who got memberships and they very seldom have even a members live. If you look back and see when is the last time they had a members only anything, and look at, you know what? Hey, I'm about my coin. I watch my checkbook and credit card. I don't play about that. If money is going out in places and I don't even know that these places is anymore because I don't like we don't do nothing with, no, cancel that. Honey, that can be a little more gas money. That can be a little more food money. That can be a little more me money. We ain't doing that. And I know people gonna get mad at me, but I don't care. Stop giving people your money and they ain't giving you no membership worth of money. The same stuff they talk on YouTube free, they go behind the scenes and talk to y'all free about. And why? Why? This is just me. I'm sorry. And if I'm acting too bougie, forgive me. I love you. Okay. Drink your water, man, your business. Okay. But this, why pay to hear somebody gossip about somebody? That's weird to me. Because when the shoe turn, and the shoe does turn, when the shoe turn and it's about you, you got an issue. That's just me. And my members only, we're gonna be talking about stocks. We're gonna get to the nitty-gritty about these herbal medicines and foods and what these foods do. A whole bunch of other stuff that's gonna be about building you up. I'm gonna have my millionaire friends come back on. And yeah, for those of you all who didn't know, I might be a little channel, but I had millionaires that came on and talked to my people. Drink your water, man your business. Drink your water, man your business. For all of y'all who got something to say about my little bitty channel, okay? I had millionaires to come on and talk to my people and told them, I love me some Coco. That's my girl, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, millionaires. So again, drink your water, man your business. Don't worry about my little channel. We good over here. We good over here. You can't even get regular people on yours, and you talking about me? Drink your water, man your business. I'm just saying. Those things are important for your life, baby. Those things are very much important for your life, for you to drink your water, man your business. Anyway, my last bottle of oregano oil tasted burnt. Okay. Yeah. It might not have been good. It may have set too long. It may have set long before you got it. It may have set too long before you got it. People be wondering why I support different people, because I'm diverse. I'm very diverse. I don't think I know everything. Even though I got a doctorate degree, you'll never hear me come on here talking about I know it all and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm learning from my grandkids. My one grandkid just texted me last night and said, Nana, I'm in kickboxing now. He didn't know that his great-grandfather, which is my father, was the cream of the crop when it came to martial arts. This man is in Black Beat magazine. This man is in books, encyclopedia, and everything, talking about my daddy. He didn't even know that. So I'm honored to tell him and teach him about his grandfather, his legacy. It wasn't just, you just decided to do that. No, it's in you. That's in your blood. That's in your blood. Your granny, me, I know martial arts. I'm also certified in working the sword or a knife. And yes, I'm registered. That's another reason why I had to get my temper under control. Because I go to jail because I'm registered. Anybody who's registered in something, it means they're proficient in it. So I couldn't get, like, if you mess with me and I stab you, I cut you 4 ways from Sunday, I go to prison. Forget jail. They throw me under prison because I'm certified, meaning that I know. I can't play that thing where I didn't know. No, I knew. We had to get certified once we got to a certain level. So I'm proud of my grandson. I am. He's in kickboxing. This is the grandson who is my deceased daughter's child. Okay. I'm so proud of him. He's finding ways to get the aggression out about his mom in situations and stuff. And I'm glad that he's being positive. I very much am. Now this story right here, y'all, let me hurry up because I know we got to go. This story right here, this is me. It's not me, but this guy is me. Okay. So let me pull it up. I don't know if y'all saw this story or not, so I'm just sharing it. Okay. Y'all see this? Hold on. Okay. This guy right here, his thing was he don't wear name brand clothes. He goes to Walmart and get his stuff and still look fly. Okay. These are Walmart tennis shoes. Okay. And I'm only sharing that because most of us, and I'm talking to my B1s, okay, my black people, I love y'all, but I tell y'all the truth. What's up, Dirt? What's up? Most of us feel like as long as we got somebody else's name on us, that we made it, okay? And I'm one, I told y'all, I'll go Family Dollar and pick out me an outfit, baby. And you'll think that I bought that from Lazarus or Dillard's or, some name brand, whatever. Girl, what you wearing on your back? You know, labels have never, ever meant nothing for me. And I don't know, it's because when I was growing up, and as a kid also, my family kept me in name brand stuff, um, what is this stuff? Anyway, and when I was in high school, I was in Gloria Vanderbilt, Jordache, Levi's, uh, all penny loafers and, all the name brand, the name brand. I was in all of that. As a kid, I had a mink coat, a real mink coat, not none of them fake ones, a mink coat. I even posted a picture one day in my first mink coat, and then when I got to a certain level, I had another mink coat, and then my great auntie, her husband bought her a full length mink coat, so her half cut black mink coat she didn't want, and she asked my mom if I could have it because she just wanted to give it to me, and my mom was like, I don't care. So I'm going to middle school and high school in a black. Now I had other coats, but when I wanted to be me, okay, I wanted to be fabulous, I would wear my mink coat and my mink hat to match my mink coat. Okay, so I guess it's because of that. I don't know, but name brand stuff it's never, like when I had my doodoo brown car, it was a 1979 Ford Fairmont. I loved that car. Do you hear me? That was my very first car, 1979 Ford Fairmont, and it was closer to brown than copper. And the kids named it Doodoo's Brown from the song Doodoo's Brown. Mm, Doodoo's Brown. So the kids named her that, and I thought it was cute. Like the kids in the neighborhood was like, "Hey, we gonna call her Doodoo's Brown." I didn't care. So I used to drive that car, and yeah, I even had dope dealers asking me, "Hey, shorty, let me buy that car off you. That's old school for real. Let me buy that car off you." And I'm like, "No, I like my car." So I've never been one that got to keep up with the Joneses ever. If I like something, I like something. And I take a monthly trip. I ain't been in 2 months though, and I'm feeling the shakes, okay? If I take a monthly trip to Goodwill, and I know y'all like, ugh, some of y'all like, oh, whatever. I take a monthly trip to Goodwill. Because when I go out to the fabulous Goodwills out there, baby, you talking about house stuff and different things, honey, you can get you some stuff out there. Do you hear me? Like before winter set in this year, I'm going out to Goodwill and see what pants I can get, have them washed up and pressed by my cleaners, and I'm gonna be good. Okay? That's how we doing her. That's how we doing her. I done told you drink your water, man, your business. Okay? So yeah, I don't name brand means nothing to me. All right? I'm good. I'm good. Okay? I'm good. I want my people to be okay in your skin. Let me tell y'all something. If you plus size, own up to your plus size. You can't you can't think you a 12 or 16 when 24 got you. Let's say that again. You can't think you a 12 or 16 when 24 got you. If the man don't want you and you a 24, that ain't the man for you. Men, you can't be thinking that a 20 and you busting a 43 up in the waist. If a woman don't want you, now here's my thing. If you're gonna be big, just like if you're gonna be small, don't be sloppy. Be clean, be neat. When you wear clothes, make sure they look right on you. I hate to see people that shouldn't be in Daisy Dukes in Daisy Dukes. That's my own personal thing, but it's me, and I know I need to drink my water and mind my business. But I'm telling y'all, it bothers my shana when I see women that is spilling out everywhere. Everywhere spilling out your thighs, your knees, your stomach, everywhere spilling out. You got on some lazy dukes because they not Daisy. They lazy dukes, and you just think you cute. And I want to tell you, sis, Where's the extra material? We need more material. You need, baby. This ain't for you. And let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all out here, y'all, where they make it in my size, they gonna make anything in your size if it sells. But you have to have enough emotional fortitude. You have to have enough brain power to say, just because it's made in my size, maybe I shouldn't wear it. Have more respect for yourself. That's all I'm saying. I hate to see little kids with their parents and their parents' have dressed. It does something to me. And especially like when you go to a graduation or something special and you see kids there and the woman got her Daisy Dukes all up in a crack and the boobs is all out. I'd be like, sis. And then you black men, let me say something to y'all. Y'all want us, because we are queens, we are queens and we know it. But y'all want us to be 36, 24, 36. But y'all get something of another nationality to look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. It be everywhere, all cushiony. When you push it, y'all get that. Y'all want us to be 26, 20, 36, 24, 36, but y'all willing to go and get Marshmallow Bob, a Marshmallow Brenda. Y'all want y'all Kern to be anyway, as long as she's a Karen. I'm going to need y'all to rethink. I'm going to need y'all to put your hand on your forehead and say, God, order my footsteps. Order my footsteps. And Lord, come on, help me. Lord, help me drink my water and mind my business. Okay, now moving forward. All right. Y'all know I'm crazy. I understand self-confidence for Daisy Dukes at 200. What now, Derek? I agree with you on that, bro. For real. It be bothering me. It does. It bothers me. I be like, sis, come on. Oh, Jesus, come on and around. I be like, that's not for us. That is not for us. Last but not least, where is it? Hold on. Where does it go? By the way, y'all, what I'm doing, I am with a group that is going against our chief of police in Kentucky. Actually, he's in the big city, Louisville, Kentucky. I live on the outskirts, but their chief is still our chief. Okay. I'm with a group that's going against him. My sister's friend that was, came up, was missing, and they went to look for her. And the day they looked for her, she was thrown on the side of the road dead. They found her not too far from where she lived. He said that her actions is what led her to be murdered. He don't know her. He don't know what led for her to be murdered. And for him to make a statement like that was not only insensitive, okay, but it's something that you would think that somebody that was not your color would say. And so, yeah, I'm with the people. That's want no apology from him. Absolutely. We want him to notice his words, because if that was his daughter, he wouldn't have never said anything like that. Okay? He wouldn't have never said anything like that. So it was very insensitive, and we're not going for it. You're not going to make no statement like that. I'm sorry. No woman deserves to be murdered. No woman deserves to be beat. Okay? So, yeah. So if y'all see me on the news, that's all I can say. Because, yeah, we want that apology. We want that butt, okay? We want that apology. We voted for you and petitioned for you to get in office because you was a good guy. But for you to make a statement like that, nah, we ain't going for that. All right, y'all. Remember I showed y'all the Jump Out Boys? They're of KKK and things like that. This is what happened in Louisville, right in front of the Hall of Justice. Hall of Justice is our court system. Okay, check this out. Listen, and look at the march. Thank you, Donald Trump. We appreciate you, boo. Thank you. Because now they feel like they can do that with no repercussions. Okay? Thank you. We're going to hear this one more time. Okay? All right? Okay, here we go.
I don't know what this means. Okay. I don't know what this means.
Now, what's so funny is the younger bucks was talking about this. The younger bucks was talking about this, okay? The younger bucks, talking about the black kids, was like, why aren't they marching the hood? Y'all, unfortunately, I hate to say this, and I know y'all gonna get mad when I say this, but I gotta be honest. I do, and I've been telling y'all for the last 3 years that I saw a civil war coming. And unfortunately, I don't know. Now, put it like it's black people, we will get ready, but I don't know if we're ready. Okay. Even RZA, uh, even RZA has been talking about, you need to fast more and all this and stuff and get your bodies right and everything. I love me some Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan. I listen to him even though I'm not a Muslim. And I know some of y'all that's black don't want to be, and y'all try to distance yourself from your own color. Unfortunately, when they see you, you still black. Unfortunately, I know you don't want to be. You want to be anything other. I get it. I do get it. I don't understand it, but I get it. Because you're entitled. Uh, uh, hold on, and yeah, I remember. I remember my late husband and I was going to one of the favorite parks we go to see of the to see the yachts and stuff go in and out the water and stuff like that. And and uh and we didn't know what was going on. Okay, we didn't know what was going on. And this white lady was waving us back, y'all. I mean, this white lady was going, "Go back, go back." She was like, she got out of her car. And we was looking at her like, what's wrong? She kept saying, "Go back, go back." And as she was saying that, we was looking to the left. She was on our right. We was looking to the left and saw all these people, all these trucks with these flags and all of this and stuff. And we was driving like, we kept driving like, what the heck? And then when we got to our favorite port, it was so packed with pickup trucks and cars and like military trucks and all this and stuff. I did a video on that. Y'all can find my video because I uploaded it. I did a video on that. We was like, what the heck is going on? And so we driving, man, and our business going to our spot. And they looking at us, not mean. They just looking at us. I guess they thought we was crazy. I don't know. But and everything, y'all, come to find out, it was a meeting that they have on Facebook. It's a private meeting, and they all tell each other where they're going to show up. Anti-black people. And these people had guns, military vests, everything. Do you hear me? That's why I said God watches over for fools. He watches over when it comes to fools and babies. Because that day, my husband and I had no idea what was going on. And baby, we we could have lost our life that day. We could have lost. And when we pulled up, this white woman was standing there. She was distraught. And we was like, what's wrong? She said, believe it, I'm so glad to see y'all. She said, I pulled up just being me. She said, I got on my Tupac t-shirt and I was just blasting my music. Everybody know I love rap music and everything. And she was a white woman. You could tell she was raised around blacks. And she was like, and they attacked me. Look at my car. They threw eggs on her car. They threw everything in her car and everything. And she was scared. She called the cops. And so when she saw us, she felt protected. And I'm like, wow. I couldn't believe it, y'all, but it was something else. It was something else. You know, I'm gonna show y'all this, and then we out of here. So with the latest with the Breonna Taylor situation, I'm still interviewing her mama, y'all. With everything that came down, I'm giving her a moment, to get acclimated to the judgment that came down. They only gave him 33 months. The DOG didn't want him to get anything for real. They wanted him to get one day. But the judge here in Kentucky was like, she hates that she can't give him more time. So she gave him by law what was allowed for her to give him. And so he ended up with 33 months. Okay. That's less than 3 years in prison. All right. So he may not even spend all that time. And I know black people that love white people, and I don't have a problem. I'm talking about black people that don't want to be black think it's okay. Oh, that's fine. And why should he get locked up and blah, blah, blah? It's just weird to me. It's weird to me because if that was your child, you be wanting them to throw the book at that person. See, I'm a mom that has had a miscarriage and lost a child. So I understand the emptiness that's in her heart. And even before I lost a child, I understood how losing someone could do because I love human beings. See, a lot of y'all gonna bust hell wide open because I'm keep telling y'all, I keep warning you, and y'all just don't want to listen. So I know everybody in their mammy zone, so y'all probably done slipped away over there to them, and that's fine. That's fine, cause hey, y'all know I do my commentary by myself. The only thing I have left is the food for mucus, and that's just to pull it up after this. Now it's funny because that group was able to do what they did, but when this group came, let's go. When that
Wix
group
gives you the
came,
power of AI.
there was an issue. People had a problem when that organized group came. They had a problem with that. Could it be because they were black? I'm gonna say it again. They had a problem with that. And they were organized, didn't cause no issues at all. Could it be because they were black? I know y'all don't want to think that racism really is around. Y'all, racism has never went anywhere. Racism never disappeared. It just got disguised. Not only did it get disguised, but now it's recorded. I agree with Will Smith. Will Smith said racism didn't disappear, it's just being recorded. Yeah, that's it. It's just being recorded. That's it. Last but not least, let me show y'all this uh, thing for mucus so y'all can start getting it. Especially have it stocked up for the winter time because we're gonna have a hard winter, y'all. We are. We're gonna have a very hard winter. You may want to get things in preparation now, extra socks, boots, shovels, and things of that nature, because we're going to have a very hard one. Matter of fact, the weather this winter is going to be out of pocket. It's going to be very much out of pocket. You're going to see things in areas that you would not normally see. Okay, so yeah, if you still have not gotten a generator, you might want to go ahead and rent to own one, and everything, so that if and when the lights go out, the grid go down, or whatever the case may be, you actually can have you know a backup plan. All right, that's what you want to do. Okay, what did I do with that? Now I can't find it. Anyway, somebody told me that Hulk Hogan passed away because he's a human being. you know um, Pray for his family, but he didn't like blacks. That's all I got to say about that. I hope he got it together before he died, because if not, in hell, he'll open up his eyes. You cannot be a racist, y'all, and go to heaven. I don't understand where y'all think you can do that. You just can't be a racist and go to heaven. A racist is all about hate. Oh, my. Okay. Y'all, hold on. This is breaking news. Thank you for sending this to me, boo. I didn't know you was listening to me. Thank you for sending this to me. Hold on, y'all. Let me open this up. I said stop. Okay. I'm going to share this with y'all real quick. Somebody just sent this to me that's listening to me. Hold on. Hold on. This is breaking news. They didn't tell me they was meeting today. Hold on. This is my friend. I told y'all she's a councilman. She be on it. Hold on, boo. Hold on. Here we go. Right here. I wanted to my granddaddy out there. Hold on. Where's she?
You know, I got a lot of calls with people saying, oh, it's going to be a riot. Oh, if you hold this press conference, you're going to stir up a lot of stuff. And I want to tell all my colleagues on Metro Council, I'm not speaking as the Democratic caucus chair.
Come
I'm
on,
speaking
Terry.
for my community.
That's right. Come on.
So if that jeopardizes my role as a Democratic caucus chair, I'm okay with that. Because guess what? None of my colleagues votes for me.
Right.
The people do.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. Today's been a tough week. Not just for myself, but for a lot of other families that's been affected. With the recent sentencing of Brent Hankerson on July the 21st of 2025, after the murder of Breonna Taylor on March the 13th, 2020, at the hands of LMPD Department, over 5 years later, Brent Hankerson was sentenced to 33 months after the recommendation of 1 day for taking the life of a Black woman. In lieu of a current devastation of Louisville community post-sentencing of Brent Hankerson 2 days afterward, 2 days before, Louisville Police Chief Paul Humphrey made the following statement 2 days later, on July the 23rd, and the statement quotes, "I know there was a lot of criticism thrown at LMPD at the onset, but I will tell you that Tasha White's behavior placed her in a position she ultimately ended up in." Verbatim, those were his words. This type of statement made by our chief of police, about a homicide victim suggests that Miss White's behavior deserved her death. For that, I say, absolutely not. No victim deserves this type of statement. And I want to ask the community, did these victims deserve a statement like that? Absolutely not. I want to say, an hour before this press conference, I did receive a call from Chief Humphrey. And I did ask him to join us today. But I'm going to need Paul Humphrey to have the same energy that he had when he had his own press conference talking about this, to have the same energy. That's right. To have the same energy to apologize to the family and to the public. Should be right there. I believe that he should have been standing with us today. You know, everybody wants to say, we don't trust. I fought against my own colleagues about, let's heal. Let's let this go. Let's move forward. I've worked with the administration. I've compromised. I've done the most. But I'm tired. I'm not compromising when it comes to making a statement such as what he did. Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But to basically say, I don't care what went on with this ongoing investigation. And last I checked, you don't talk about open investigations.
Right. Come on, Tammy. Come on, Tammy.
It's very demeaning. It's disappointing. And the city wonders why we can't heal.
Well, hey, come on, Tammy.
And I'm also going to question the mayor.
Well,
because I've worked with him. Why you ain't here today? Why you ain't made a statement? As a leader, not just for the Black community, because you're going to need our votes. Let's talk about that, right? And I ain't saying that because I'm running for mayor, because let me make that clear, I'm not. but I'm going to speak up for the people that I represent.
I love
The
my
tongue is
friend.
deadly.
I love her.
What he said was unfair. It was already bad enough. They did not give the missing persons report information to any of the news stations.
That's right. Come on, Tammy. That's
And then you
right.
turn around and you make a statement.
That says her actions.
Such as she put herself in a situation. Nobody purposely puts themselves in a situation to have their life taken.
That was, oh, that's disrespectful, my God.
We got several people that made bad decisions. I've made several bad decisions in my life. If the administration, if my colleagues want to see a change, I thought you had to be the change in order to see it. I feel like I've been the change. My life has done a 360, and it ain't been easy. Because I'm around the gangbangers. Yep. I'm around the drug dealers. Yep. I'm outside Club Cedar. I'm outside at Joe's. And let me justify why. Because when you ain't outside, guess what? You don't know what's going on. Right? And I got to say this. You know, people be like, oh, why you ain't running? Or why you ain't doing this? Or a lot of people are scared to run for these type of seats. There's no criteria. There's no resume other than you being able to fight for the people when you want to be in leadership. I'm sick of people feeling like that it's got to be a white picket fence to run for these seats. Each seat's required for you to have life experiences. That's what it counts for. Because if you ain't never been through nothing, how can you talk about anything? And I also want to say this. You know, because people get this mistaken way too often. Oh, she's an angry black woman. No, I'm not. I'm very passionate. I'm very bold. I'm very fearless. And whatever comes behind this, I'm ready.
Well,
because guess what? This city loves Tammy Hawkins. Let me say that. I love you. And I also say this. I ain't always been the person that I am today.
I know that's right. They would ask me. Come on, girl.
And I am asking for our chief to stand up and be accountable and identify how he spoke was inappropriate. And I'm giving him 24 hours. And we really already 24 hours from yesterday when he said it. I had a lot of people to ask me not to do this press conference today. And I listen to the people. But everybody can't lead me. I'm a leader within my heart. God leads me.
Amen. Come on.
Amen. Not man. So I'm going to pass it on to my colleague.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. One of my beautiful followers told me that the press conference was going on about it. I know. Did you tell us to get need pills or tincture or what? Neem. I'm gonna spell it for you. There you go, babe. There you go, right there. Okay, y'all. I know y'all can fast forward to the parts that you like, those that would be in the replay game. I appreciate you guys. I didn't mean to be on here this long today, but hey, I'm not going to apologize for giving commentary because I know half of y'all done went back to see who slept with who organ with who did this to who, what content creator said this about this content creator, which one did this about this, that did this about this, which one said this last night on the panel, and that one said that last night on the panel, and then this one's going after this one because of what was said on the panel. I know, y'all all into that, and that's fine. Okay, do you boo? Okay, because I'm drinking my water and minding my business. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, baby, that's it. Yeah. And everything. However, you still need to have some ear to the ground instead of boots to the ground. You need your ear to the ground to know what's going on, what affects you, what can bless you, what can help you. You need other things outside of YouTube-ish crap, okay? Like who you like, love who you love. You understand what I'm saying? Support who you support, all right? Now, some of y'all have noticed you don't see me certain places as much as I used to be. And as my days keep going, I will be less and less. Here's my thing. Greatness is thrust upon me. God has ordained me, and he's ordained me for different things that are greatness. One of the things that people are asking me to do is run for politics. Get into politics, become a politician, get into politics to make changes because that's what I do behind the scene. I'm thinking about that. I'm going to be me. But if the Lord opens up the door and somebody wants to put my name on the ballot and have me run for councilman, I'm going for it. Y'all have heard it here. And sitting on YouTube all day ain't doing it for me because I need to make a difference. I'm not going to be one of them people that dog my people and I don't have nothing to offer them. That'll never be me. Some of y'all might say, girl, please, who are you? Why not me? Why not me? Even if I don't make it, and I'm not saying I won't, because just like my friend Tammy just said, people love her, people love me. That's what you don't understand. It takes somebody with strength and kahunas to stand, even if they stand by themselves. And one thing YouTube should show you, even if ain't nobody over, if I got something to say, I'm going to say it. And I stand on what I stand on. So again, I'm announcing it here. The people that's close to me already know, but I'm announcing it here. Yes. If my name is getting on the ballot, I am running for a councilwoman. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, that being said, a lot of things don't interest me. A lot of things, and I don't knock nobody else, it just don't interest me. And I'm only subscribing to stuff that piques my interest, helps me to relax, helps me to grow, shows love. Because there's too much hate in the world, and I want to be the one that shows love. All right? So I love you guys. And I always tell y'all that no matter what the test, I want you to always do your best. And if you think about those words that I always say, no matter what the test, always do your best. Okay? So let me see what I want to do. Okay. I think it's going to be this. Oh, you're welcome. I always love to see you drop down, boo. Always. Let me put my email in here. Just in case you have questions, you can email me too, okay?